is so Jewish. She's still haggling over the price of soup she made herself. Let's get right into it. This morning, we are going to dive into one of the most explosive debates on the world stage right this minute. Who really caused the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas? Was it sleepy Joe Biden, who just recently dropped a farewell address saying we need to be worried about oligarchs in America? Or was it Trump saying he is going to release all hell upon Hamas if they don't release the hostages? But does the credit even matter? Or is the outcome more important? Biden prepares to leave office, and he issues a chilling warning. Is America on the brink of oligarchy? Is Daddy Trump and Elon Musk going to be our kings and queens? Who's going to be the queen? Is it going to be Elon? He's going to wear the dress. I just know it. What does that mean for me and you? And Pam Bondi and Adam Schiff get into an explosive debate, so much so that he falls asleep immediately after yelling at a woman. These Democrats, they love abusing women, don't they? Oh, that's not funny. Let's get into it though, huh? Let's get into it. What's up, Find It? What's up, Valerie? How are we feeling this morning? I hope you guys are doing great this morning. As just a reminder before we get started on this lovely day, as I take a sip from my mug. I have no idea whose mug this is. Oh, okay. You'll never know. Ben Shapiro might have, probably didn't say, but probably said, Derek O'Shea is the source for all things Jewish in Israel on the planet. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. As I too am 126 Jewish, I wear my yarmulke on my hat daily, for I too have balding issues. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. And Netanyahu came out with a huge statement about me. Without the huge impact of Derek O'Shea, we would have a peace deal. Wait. Grammar is important. See, I knew I shouldn't have skipped English class. But just yesterday, Donald Trump, I'm already saying Donald Trump is our president. Biden, what's up, Andrew? Biden came out and addressed the nation for the peace deal we've all been, oh wait, it's not a peace deal. Oh, okay, yeah. Just another reminder, everyone, this isn't a peace deal. This is a ceasefire. And actually, historically, if you look back, a lot of the times Israel or whoever's fighting in the Middle East will all of a sudden issue a peace deal as they rein in the new president. So take that with a grain of salt and what you will, but everyone's taking credit. Here we go.
Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon.
Yeah.
Because at long last,
you're issuing your farewell address and we can all pretend like you're not our president anymore? Oh.
I can announce a ceasefire.
Oh, my bad.
And a hostage deal has been reached.
Oh.
Between Israel and Hamas. More than 15 months of conflict that began with Hezbollah's brutal massacre on October the 7th. More than 15 months of terror.
People in Palestine are like, oh, that's when it began.
Terror for the hostages, their families, the Israeli people. More than 15 months of suffering by the innocent people of Gaza. Fighting in Gaza will stop. And soon the hostages will return home to their families. The elements of this deal were what I laid out in detail this past May, which was embraced by countries around the world and endorsed overwhelmingly by the UN Security Council.
Who made him write who gave Joe Biden the word overwhelmingly in his speech? You know he can't say that word. God, that's so rude. It's like me giving I can't even fix my own language, but everywhere Palestinians were having a great time last night. L'chaim nechem. What's up, what's up? What's up, Kristen? Hey, I don't know if you see this, but look at those eyes. Holy cow, dude. What are you looking at? Look, I've never put another bro on top of my head and had his crotch so delicately squeezing the life out of my head like that before. But these Middle Easterners are so on the fringe of being free and open and having the YMCA come sing at their own inauguration that it's unbelievable. I've never done that with another bro. I've never felt anything on the back of my head that I don't feel uncomfortable about, but the Palestinians were celebrating. What's up, Miss Barry? They're saying, thanks to Derek O'Shea and his hard work, Israel and Palestine are entering in a ceasefire. We're excited. We finally have a ginger to lead us through peace. They have talked about the red heifer for a long time, and the red heifer is finally here. It's Derek O'Shea. Thank you. I didn't even watch that video, and I'm all of a sudden getting like credit up the wazoo. In fact, I brokered a peace deal. Hamas is finally allowing gingers into their ranks after the Derek O'Shea deal. So you know what, Biden and Trump? You guys can suck it. I'm the one that started the deal. I get all the credit. Nobody gets the credit more than me. Like, what do we have, like 5 or 6 people watching live? Yeah, it's me. It's freaking me. And it's always been me. Everyone's trying to take the credit away from me, but I'm the one busting my you-know-what.
How much credit do you give?
I mean, even Biden was trying to dodge this question. Even Biden is trying to dodge the question. Look, I'm the one that did the peace deal. And I don't care if you're listening to Ben Shapiro today, if you're listening to Tim Pool today, if you're listening to any of these idiots who are talking nonsense, and they're trying to tell it's like Trump or Biden, it's me. My God, man, me. It's always been a red heifer thing. Look it up. It's in the Bible. The red heifer is going to bring about peace deals. And it's always been me. I'm the red heifer. I have been gaining weight over the Christmas break, and I'm working on it. New Year's resolutions, new year, new me. I'm working my butt off right now. Thanks for stopping the drone bombs and red heifer. Hey, you're welcome. I'm stopping the drone bombs. The children of Israel and Palestine should be writing me letters. 5 or 6 important fans watching. Yes. Dude, every name, every number has a name, and every name has a good place in my heart. What took you so long? You know, the thing that took me the longest to broker this peace deal was I don't speak Hamas. So I had been learning on Duolingo every single day for the whole year. I've been like how to speak to Hamas leaders. And I worked through it. Look, I'm dyslexic, so it takes a little bit longer, but I've been working through it, and I finally brokered the deal. And I wanted to time it right for Daddy Trump as well. Okay, here's Biden trying to take the blame.
To the Trump team for this deal. How much credit do you give to the Trump team for this deal? Trump is already taking
Change your IDF.
Well, you know, this is the exact framework of the deal I proposed back in May.
Okay, it was me. Okay, no, it was me.
And we got the world to endorse it.
No. You got me to endorse it.
It's America's support for Israel that helped them badly weaken Hamas and its backers. And create the conditions for this deal. And thirdly,
Derek O'Shea,
I think this deal would have to be implemented by the next team.
Okay.
So
the red heifer.
I told my team to coordinate closely.
Okay.
With the incoming team to
with
make
the
sure
red heifer.
We're all speaking with the same voice. That's what American presidents do.
Typical Biden. Look, me and Biden go way back. I'm the one that bought him that Corvette. And he's not even like throwing me some credit whatsoever. I mean, just look at some of these comments. Unbelievable. Thank you, President Trump. It's Derek O'Shea. You spelled it wrong, Tracy. Of course, you have a red heifer right next to you in your profile pic. Trump gets the credit, not Biden, says Judy. Judy, I will find you and I will arrest you for that comment. I'm going to buy TikTok and take you off. Leslie Yarber, who sounds pretty Jewish, should know better, writes Trump. Thank you, President Trump. You know what? Coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now, and I'm about to spit it out into your face. It's always been me. He sounds drunk. Joe Biden, he's either drunk or he is just so tired. This dude is about to go to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico and live out his best days. He's going to get sick off the water, and he's going to have major diarrhea problems like the rest of us that go. Violet, yeah, I don't speak Hamas, okay? I don't speak Hamas. I don't know Hamas. I want to know Hamas. I'm looking into learning Hamas better. I am the reason they brokered the deal, but, you know, credit is credit where credit due. And then we have influencers going around continuing to spread misinformation, saying it's Donald Trump. You know it, and the better looking the person, the more likely you are to believe them. It's just part of how it is. And you're gonna try to tell me that she's more better looking than me? Look, if I wore this much makeup, you would be like, holy Derek is beautiful. Okay, not true at all. Okay.
I really do just find it rich that the Biden administration is trying to take credit for the hostage and ceasefire deal in Gaza.
No, it's me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really do.
Some of the brightest and best, folks. This is the face of conservatism. Whoa, it just flipped on me. You're going to do great at Fox News. Get her on Fox and Friends immediately. I don't know why, but I trust her. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to see her on Fox 5. Somebody needs to replace Kimberly Guilfoyle, as she is now in Greece. But even Biden's own State Department went out and started talking about who was the reason this Trump deal. Who's the person that stopped Hamas and Israel from attacking one another for a weekend? Those lips peel off.
Rich that the Biden administration
they do peel off.
Is trying to.
She kind of looks like you know when people were doing the Kim Kardashian trend where you take a bottle and you suck on. Yeah, nice. Thanks, iPhone. God. When you take a bottle and you suck on the bottle as hard as you possibly can and you pull it out and you have like duck lips. Is that what all these women are doing? But even Biden's own State Department came out against him.
To the involvement of President-elect
Red
Trump's
heifer Botox
team, it has been absolutely critical in getting this deal over the line. And it's been critical because obviously, as I stand here today, this administration's term in office will expire in 5 days. And one of the things that we have always said about this deal is that when you get from stage 1 to stage 2, that the United States, Egypt, and Qatar are the guarantors of this deal.
Yes.
And Egypt and Qatar will push Hamas to stay at the bargaining table and to get from stage 1 to stage 2. And the United States will push Israel to stay at the bargaining.
I've watched this clip a few times, and every time I watch this clip, I can't help. Does this guy have a Michael Jackson nose? Oh, you talking about that chick? Yeah. Every time I watch this clip of this, and this is a real clip, and I fact checked. I went through it on YouTube to make sure this looks real, because everything about this clip screams this is AI to me. It looks so fake, doesn't it? It just looks terrible. I mean, it's not even in HD. Doesn't he? He looks fake. It's everything about this is weird.
Push Hamas to stay at the bargaining table and to get from stage 1 to stage 2, and the United States will push Israel to stay at the bargaining table.
The hairline keeps getting away from him. Hey, same. Same. Why do you think I wear a hat? Okay, I don't want you to see that kind of hairline. You're gonna think less of me. You're gonna trust me less because I don't look beautiful anymore to you in your eyes. That's a hairline. That's a dad hairline. Okay, folks. You don't want to be around a father figure in your life with a perfect hairline. I don't trust men like that. If a man is in his late 40s or 50s and has a perfect hairline, get away from them. They're not trustworthy. They're salesmen. They're trying to sell you something. They're trying to make you join their multi-level marketing scheme. Get out of the room, run as fast as you can because they aren't trustworthy. They don't have any wisdom. You lose hair on the top of your head because you're so smart that your brain is popping through. It's just the reality. Alex Jones finally shaved his head. He looks great. Exactly. Alex Jones is so wise. He can't help but be bald. I'll never judge Derek. Thanks. You're welcome to judge me. I don't care.
Hamas to stay at the bargaining table and to get from stage 1 to stage 2. And the United States will push Israel to stay at the bargaining table to get from phase 1 and phase 2.
Please don't.
So obviously those are promises we cannot make on behalf of the United States for any longer than the next 5 days. And so it's critical that all of the parties to the agreement and the other mediators see that when the United States is in the room making commitments, those are lasting commitments that extend beyond this administration into the next one. I would just say, lastly,
here we go.
I don't know if it's unprecedented to have envoys from an outgoing and an incoming administration sitting at the same table negotiating a ceasefire agreement of this kind. But if it's not unprecedented, it's certainly unusual.
I'm going to come.
We, of course, thank the Trump team for working with this on this ceasefire agreement. We think.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. They think the Biden's own DOD, the guy that's supposed to be the mouthpiece to make the Biden administration look good, is thanking Donald Trump for everything that he's done. Derek O'Shea for president in 2028? Yes. Clearly. I will run for president. And I will fail epically. I wouldn't, dude. I've always said if I run for politics, my main stance in political theater will be I'm here to rig the stock market and get as rich as I possibly can. However, I will be posting every single trade the second I do it, so everyone can get rich with me. And then watch everyone freak out. Oh my God, that's insider trading. Yeah, I know. You're not allowed to publicly just say that. We just do it and pretend that we don't do it. Hair transplant, the transverse flap, like Trump. Trump has a beautiful flap. Meanwhile, the White House, the cocaine has left the building. Do we know whose cocaine that is? But President Biden today, after many months of intense diplomacy, he totally wrote this, by the United States, along with Egypt and Qatar, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire and a hostage deal. My diplomacy will never cease in their efforts to get this done. Again, Biden, I did it, not you. But however, the Prime Minister of Israel did put out a post saying, Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke this evening to U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and thanked him for his assistance in the advancing of the This is so funny to me. It's like, no, I did it. No, I did it. I did it. I did it. And it all goes down to what side? Did you vote Republican? You think Trump did it. Did you vote Democrat? You think Biden did it. we are such a funny people group. But here is the press asking Biden exactly who he thought was the reason. You would make a great politician? Oh, no. You don't want me. You don't want me as a politician. I would not be able to raise funds. That is my problem as a politician. I'm not good at kissing ass. I can't do it. I can only do it for a second. And then the minute they go, Derek, we want you to say this or do this, I'll go, no. And then they'll go, okay, no money for you. So I guess I'll be like Bernie Sanders, just running on nothing.
Thank you.
Folks, credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Yeah, Biden. Who brokered the peace deal? Was it you or Trump?
Credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
Exactly. Is that a joke? Is that a joke? No, it's not. The American people deserve to know who is the reason. We don't actually care about the ceasefire. We just want to know who brokered the deal. Who is the one that pushed it over? You have my vote? Thank you. Okay, maybe I will run for Congress. But even Qatar Prime Minister came out as the reason we brokered the deal. It came out. And look, yes, I'm a big fan of this kind of headpiece. Again, these Middle Easterners have a fun way of not showing that they themselves have receding hairlines. These hats were created because men felt insecure of them. It's not a religious thing. It's just insecurity.
First question, Sky News. Hakim from Sky News. Congratulations. This is a huge moment. You, as you say, have been working on this deal.
Just another reminder, though. I can't remind you guys enough. Israel did drop bombs last night. Okay, okay. The ceasefire is supposed to start on January 19th, is what I think I've read, and that there's still going to be some warlike stuff going on. And also, this is a ceasefire. This isn't a peace deal. And if I know anything about the Middle East, they love their ceasefires. Thank God they love their ceasefires. Let's do a ceasefire for the weekend. Okay, well, I'm the reason we ceasefired for 48 hours. We stopped the deal. But maybe the hostages will get released. We'll see.
For many months. And the question is, why now? Why this moment? And was it pressure from the incoming Trump administration that got it over the line?
Was it Trump?
Well, thank you very much for this question. Actually, we've been raising the question of the right moment for the entire period since the collapse of the first phase. But we have seen a momentum that started to build in the last month, and we kept pushing for that, working together very closely with.
Can you speak English right?
Our partners. And I can say that what we have seen, in the past few days.
Okay, now we're living in the Matrix. What was that?
And I can say that what we have seen, in the past few days,
What just happened in Qatar? Is this even a live stream? What's happening? Is this the Matrix glitching in front of us? Am I about to take the red pill? Did I just see Black Cat twice? What just happened?
Seeing a collaboration.
More coexistent bumper stickers would solve this conflict? Exactly.
Administration
I haven't seen one of those bumper stickers in a minute.
Clear demonstration for the commitment of.
So this guy goes on to say Donald Trump was a huge part in this deal, and everyone on the right is showing this clip of Donald Trump saying that I'm going to release absolute hellfire if they do not release the hostages.
If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
I'm going to come.
And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is.
Is this the reason the ceasefire started today? You be the judge. You be the freaking judge. You be the freaking judge of that. I would say so. I mean, if you're Hamas and maybe Biden has been reining in Israel a little bit and telling them to relax, and the minute Donald Trump gets in, Donald Trump has a huge, you know what, for Israel. A huge one.
I'm going to come.
So he's going to allow them to do whatever they want. And that's a scary idea for them. An elegant bargaining table collection by Derek O'Shea. Everyone needs one? What? Even on CNN, they're talking about this peace deal and giving Donald Trump the absolute credit. Listen to this.
Biden presented a deal like this in May. So what's your take on what got us to this moment?
Yeah.
Well,
another balding guy. Again, look at this. This is a show about men's hair. Do you trust Jake Tapper? No, you don't trust Jake Tapper at all. Do you trust this woman? Sure. I don't know why, but I feel like I trust her. Do you trust this guy? Yes. He's got balding hair. Let's listen to him. In this show, we hold space for men with balding issues.
Well, tragically, the deal could have been made or struck in March, again in May, and it was rehashed or rekindled in July and in August, and Mr. Netanyahu refused. I mean, Hamas wasn't very helpful, let's be honest, but it was Mr. Netanyahu ultimately that rejected the deal. At the time, he wanted to prolong the war for political reasons. Going into the summer, he said, I should wait for the American election, see what transpires.
Yes.
Once President Trump was elected and became president-elect, Netanyahu set a date, the 20th of January, inauguration date.
Of course.
And he extended the war for no apparent reason, for no utility, for no tangible or attainable goals for months.
Yes.
And so if you're asking what the game changer was, what the reason that brought him to say yes now,
say Daddy Trump,
as opposed to the many resisting no's in previous months, it was the Donald Trump factor. It's not that Trump pressured him. It's that he's afraid of the unpredictability and transactionality of Trump that Trump is known for, that caused him to say, I better get on his good side and I should do this now.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of transsectionality. His event says, when Islam takes over, the only symbol on the coexist sticker will be their symbol. Exactly. And you will submit to Sharia law. But think about it. You know what? Don't just shut down Sharia law so much. Think about it. Women won't be allowed to drive. That's half the drivers on the road are gone, and you can just fly to work anytime you want. That being said, dads will have to be picking up their children from school. So, you tell me what's more important. See, I think that maybe this whole deal was brokered because Donald Trump's 47th portrait for the president is so sexy, they couldn't help but make sure the deal was off or on. Look at that picture. I love this lighting. So sexy. So hot. Daddy Trump is in power. It's funny. I sometimes I listen to political commentators outside of here just to see what they're saying. And a lot of people on the right are talking about Daddy Trump. And I'm just like, can we stop calling him that? Can we stop calling him Daddy Trump? I know we all have daddy issues and we're all working that out. We're working our daddy issues out, but calling Trump daddy is one of the most cringy things ever. That being said, will you be my dad? My dad left me as such a young child and he left me with nothing. So who brokered the deal? Was it Donald Trump? Was it Joe Biden? Or was it me? You be the judge. And will the ceasefire even end? Will the war end? No, probably not. Will the ceasefire be for like a week or maybe just through Inauguration Day? Who knows? Will the hostages be released? We'll wait to see. Will Israel continue to attack in Palestine and Hamas do the exact same thing? Will we continue to put our nose into the middle of this Middle Eastern regime? Do we still even care? Unless it's like I'm obviously I'm pretty Irish. So like if Ireland is being attacked by somebody, there's a part of me that is really invested emotionally. And so are you emotionally invested in this at all? You be the judge. Violet says this picture gives you the ick. This gives you the ick? This sexiness gives you the ick? How dare you? How dare you? That's literal hate speech. There's nothing about this as icky. It's more like sticky. All right, let's change it up. Biden last night issued a farewell address. He finally ended the Biden regime last night with a farewell address and gave us a very ominous warning in his address. But first he thanked Kamala Harris right after this week, saying that he would have beat Trump if he was running.
And of course to Kamala and our incredible partner, historic vice president. She and Doug have become like family. And to me, family's everything. Family everything. And of course to
Kamala, and also to Corn Pop for the way that he used to rub my legs and make me feel good. When Corn Pop would rub my legs at the pool, it made my skin tingle. And the way that skin tingled is the same thing I feel right now, leaving the White House. And I can now walk in my home with my own diaper and not be bothered. I'm sick of everyone talking about me pooping my pants. I don't do that, guys. I don't poop pants. Wow. But here's the weird, ominous message that Biden left us with. You tell me if he's talking about the Democrats or if he's talking about the Republicans. These same kind of thoughts seem to cross paths in my head.
That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. This is a dangerous and that's a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. And the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked.
Yes.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence.
Yes.
That literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights, and freedoms.
Yes.
And a fair shot for everyone to get ahead.
Yes.
We see the consequences all across America. And we've seen it before.
Yes.
More than a century ago. But the American people stood up to the robber barons back then.
Okay.
And busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy.
Busted.
Just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
Right.
That's why my farewell address tonight.
So when Joe Biden talks about oligarchy, who is Joe Biden even talking about? Is he? It's funny when it's like their side is winning. The money that is in politics, their own oligarchy, the Soroses, all these major corporations that totally back Biden, and they pretend like they didn't, like Amazon and stuff like that. After last election, they all threw money, like crazy amount of money to Kamala Harris. They threw crazy amount of money to Joe Biden. And I agree, there's way too much money in politics. And the commoner doesn't even stand a chance in politics because the commoner can't raise the amount of funds needed to even have a campaign against somebody that is in the oligarchy position. It's a good old boys club, including women. It's not funny. Including women. And that's a huge problem. Even on CNN, though. CNN, Scott Jennings talks about Joe Biden right here and what he'll be remembered by.
I think the way he's leaving office has
check your chats in a second.
Pretty terrible. He's going to be remembered for a few things. But politically, it's mostly for when he was vice president, he and Obama sort of ushering in the Trump era initially. And then as he's leaving office as president, bringing back Trump and Trumpism stronger and more popular than ever. Today, Biden has like a 61% disapproval, and Trump is over a 50% approval and more popular, and his ideology is more popular than it's ever been. If everything you say is true, the Democrats should have had no trouble getting reelected in this election, yet they were.
It's an issue of a communications failure.
I know, and for Democrats, it's always been about communication and no introspection about the policies that led to him leaving office as one of the most unpopular presidents. When I watch this tonight, I remain astonished that he, his family, and other people around him thought he could ever run for another term. I mean, there's no way he could serve another 6 months, let alone another 4 years. The fact that they pursued that farce for as long as they did, to me, remains one of the most astonishing things about this term.
Because when you lie about something in politics, you don't just stop with one lie. You double down, you triple down. And then instead of having some self-reflection on your own candidate, it's better to just put the blame on somebody else. It's the right wing pushing misinformation instead of, oh, maybe our candidate sucks. Yeah, I said it. Biden sucks. Okay, he's not a good guy. He's a pathological liar. He's a terrible human being. He's only worried about his own family getting rich. He's not this great candidate like they pretend like he is. All right, let's see some of your chats. Okay. Bohemian Libertarian says, you talking about people that call me a goyim or an infidel? F them. You are a goyim, though. You're a freaking goyim. It's disgusting. And my family and I mean by granddaughter and stripper is part of the family. You have a stripper in your family? Congrats. That must be great. Is that your daughter? Is he talking about the robber barons that passed the Federal Act Reserve? Yes, you got those guys. It's just funny. It's funny. This is the new talking point right now, is that the right is full of this new oligarchy. And to some degree, I can totally understand that. Elon Musk is a billionaire and his hands are very intertwined with the government. Now, the question goes to, do you trust Elon Musk or do you trust somebody like a George Soros? Because right now our political system is so intertwined with money, it's impossible not to have money. This idea of a grassroots movement is not a thing. It should be a thing, but it's not. And it's hard to even get back to that kind of thought process. Like, if you think you want to run for an office, you better have some money. You better freaking have some money or know somebody with some money. Who's that linebacker sitting next to Scott? Leave the shoulder pads in the room? Dude, I almost freaking choked. Look at those shoulder pads. I didn't even catch it. Those things are huge. Those are shoulder pads. Dude, I used to play linebacker in high school. She does look like me. Hey, what's your shoulder press? Huh? What's your shoulder press? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll shoulder pass like 150, man. Man, Scott Jennings, I hate when Scott Jennings be talking. That man has the smallest shoulders.
I mean, they, them has bigger shoulders than Scott Jennings. Unbelievable.
Emotional damage.
Unfreaking believable, guys. Those are serious pads. Like, those are grandma-sized pads. Are shoulder pads coming back? Do I need to be prepared for women in shoulder pads? You know? I don't know if I'm prepared for that. I don't know if, like, I can trust. When you go to the office and you see a female with pads that big, do you trust her more? I feel like I do. It's very an authoritative look. She's like, she like ready to square up. She's equal to a man now. Thank you. She is. See her on the same level. Shoulder pads should have stayed in the 90s. The 90s are coming back so hard though. Haven't you seen kids these days wearing freaking Jinko jeans? I remember I couldn't afford Jinko jeans growing up, and I went to Marshall's because my family was pretty poor. Went to Marshall's, got myself jeans that were just a lot bigger, and decided to find a patch and ironed on the patch to pretend like I myself own Jinko jeans. And I lied about it in 6th grade. Oh yeah, these are Jinkos. And kids are like, I don't think those are. I'm like, yeah, these are limited edition Jinkos. You have no idea what you're talking about. Be prepared, Derek. I'm trying to be prepared. I'm like emotionally trying to be prepared. I got Donald J. Trump stock. What is the DJT stock even at right now? At 41.14. Just dipped a little bit this morning. When did you buy it? You didn't buy it last night, did you? It is holding at 41 though. The Donald Trump stock. I think my entire grandfather's my entire inheritance is in the DJT stock. So it better freaking explode. I'm gonna lose my mind. Better. My grandfather loves Donald Trump so much that I think his entire net worth is in that stock. That and Bitcoin. 90s were Jinkos, but shoulder pads were deeply 80s. Ooh, Violet's coming out. Violet's gonna fight you guys. Okay, Pam Bondi last night, confirmation hearing was absolutely hysterical. And again, this is what Pam Bondi looks like. And it turns out she's 60 years old. This is what 60 looks like? This is 60? What? I was so confused. Everyone was talking about how pretty she is, and I'm like, she's kind of okay. She's sort of pretty, sure. Yeah. She's fine. But then I found out she's 60 years old. This is 60. This is 60. If I'm looking this good at 60, let me just tell you. And somebody wrote underneath, this is a perfect reason while not having a child makes you prettier as you get older. Excuse me. Excuse me, that's offensive to me. But here you have Shifty Schiff, the man who just recently got done lying about the California fires, debating with Pam Bondi, And it just gets hilarious. And then he immediately falls asleep after yelling at a woman. It's hilarious to watch the Democrats. The female Democrats were screaming at Pete Hegseth yesterday, 2 days ago. And then Pam Bondi got yelled at by male Democrats. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yet they're the party that celebrates women, sure.
Are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that
question. No, it's not hypothetical. I'm asking you, sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one has asked me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a hypothetical.
The president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called,
also worried about Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You
is
are
through
aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87% higher than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is
focused
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the
If I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
Turns out Adam Schiff has a huge crush on Liz Cheney. That's right, Miss Piggy herself. Don't you touch my woman, he screams. You're saying that this woman has a facelift? You know what? If that's what a facelift looks like, awesome. Where do I get mine? Just do some. Can you do something with this? Can you do something with that? Something with this? Somebody wrote, I think it's because we're rubbing beef tallow on her face. That's why she's so beautiful. And I've been rubbing it on my face daily. I highly recommend grabbing a whole bottle of beef tallow, rubbing it all over your face, and allowing your dog to lick it off while you sleep at night. It's gross, but it's just a part of it. After screaming at Pam Bondi, our own Shifty Schiff was caught falling asleep, per usual, because, yes, we have the elderly running us. Just another reminder, we have Nancy Pelosi running around on a scooter, Joe Biden falling asleep in world meetings, and now we have Adam Schiff literally doing exactly the same because these people have no energy.
I assume you agree with me that Chinese cyber warfare, espionage, malign influence.
Fall asleep, Adam Schiff. You are sleepy, Adam Shifty. You're asleep. You're asleep. Not a peep from you. I mean, he's asleep. And who hasn't done that at work every once in a while? Just like. These people are serious. And if you ask, Adam Schiff is such an insane politician. If you were to go, hey, there's videos circulating on the internet of you falling asleep in the meeting in the middle of this hearing, he'll go, I wasn't falling asleep, I was praying. I was praying for America, praying for healing, because our democracy is literally on its knife's edge, and the world might end tomorrow because the minute Donald Trump gets in the office, there's going to be World War III. What was that? There's already a peace deal for Hamas and Israel. God, these people are so gross. He is so gross. Yes, after a facelift. That's a hot gilf. Gilf. Is she a grandma? I mean, she's got to have kids, right? She doesn't have any kids, so I don't know if you could be a grandma. Maybe she's an elf, an aunt. Maybe she's got to have an aunt. Mr. France said, my dog would eat me if I put beef tallow on my face and went to sleep. What kind of dog do you have? Do you have a pit bull? Schiff can't spend the night at the Standard Hotel no more. Got a nap somewhere. Truly. Look, we are overworking our senators and Congress, men and women, to death. They can't even sleep at home. They have to sleep on the floor with Pam Bondi. You get to sleep with Pam Bondi. What? She's going to be confirmed. Look, and Marco Rubio was yesterday as well, and I don't care. These people are going to get confirmed very easily. Pete Hegseth was the only interesting one that I knew there would be a lot of pushback from. It's the only reason why I went down that rabbit hole with Pete Hegseth, because people like her, pretty clean, fine. She's going to be just great. They're just worried that she's going to do whatever Donald Trump says, and that's her job. Your job is to do whatever Donald Trump says. just like any freaking person that works for Biden, their job is to do whatever Biden says to do. This isn't a new revelation. It's just because it's Donald Trump. They're just talking about how scary and how insane he's possibly going to be. She's a stepmom. Oh no. Don't say that, Miss Barry. The chat will go wild. Oh, you have a German Shepherd? I thought German Shepherds are supposed to be super loyal. Your dog would eat you? I think my dog would definitely lick my face because I use beef tallow as treats for my dog. I'll put it on like a spoon and give it to her, and she loves that beef tallow. Man, she just goes crazy. And I try to cook with beef tallow as much as I possibly can instead of oils. But she loves beef tallow. She loves that. Let's see what MSNBC is talking about. I just want to know. I want to know what turns you on. The two biggest warnings from Biden's stark farewell address. Trump was quick to claim credit for Gaza's ceasefire deal. Here's what we actually know. Oh, here we go. Dems had a chance. Oh, yeah. Dems had a chance to expose Pam Bondi, but they actually allowed her to elude them. You had your chance. Correction, step gilf. I was kidding. He's very loyal and gentle to the family. Okay. But that German Shepherd bite is no joke. That's freaking no joke. I can understand why you have an aggressive breed. What else is going on MSNBC? We like to see what they're talking about. The other devastating reality, the LA fires. They're not even talking about Pam Bondi. That's when you know. I mean, Trump, that was a great pick. They're not even freaking out because no one cares. No one believes them anymore. Even their headlines aren't all Donald Trump. Interesting. I'm going to be paying attention to MSNBC and the things that they're pushing because I think it's a very telling story that America is done with the absolute lunacy of Donald Trump being the most evil person on earth. They're still pushing this idea of felons, but at the same time, the Democrats love felons, and they do everything they can to get them out of prison as soon as possible, even if they're like a PDF. They want them out. They're like, get these people out. They're misunderstood. They just have mental health issues. You're like, no, they're evil. They're freaking evil. All right, guys. I've had so much fun this morning. I hope you had fun as well. I'm already getting stories lined up for tonight. Tonight is going to be epic. I've already put some memes together and everything, so hopefully we'll have some fun tonight. Who do you think? I think it was Donald Trump. Look, if I could be completely honest, it was definitely Donald Trump that started this ceasefire. Now, would the ceasefire be the end of the war? I don't know. Probably not, because peace in that region of the world seems like the most impossible idea known to mankind. It feels like the idea of having peace in the Middle East, I feel like we've been saying that forever. And these people love war so much. That's why you don't allow these people to come to America, because they love war. It's a different culture, and our culture is not a culture of that. I think it was Donald Trump. I think they're scared of Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump said very dangerous things, saying like all hell would break loose with Hamas if they don't release the hostages. It's a very great tactic to use to see what happens. And I think they believed him. I think they were very scared. Now, would that have ushered in World War III if we would have just, America would have flown planes over and started bombing the crap out of them? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Or was that just a great... See, so much of Donald Trump, you have to put in light that he is a business guy. He's a sales guy. So he's going to say over-the-top things to garner a reaction out of you to see what he can get done. And Democrats like to use that as him being very serious. But I'm like, have you ever hung out with a guy that loves business deals? Guys like that will just talk crap and just say ridiculous things. It's like, have you ever bought a car before? The car dealership wants a very insane amount, and then you lowball the crap out of them to see how much they'll come down. That's what you do. I don't actually think I'm going to get a Ferrari for $5,000, but if I offer $5,000, maybe the deal will go down more. It's right in front of your face. Whoa. Can I get a whoa in the chat? A whoa. What if we just became ICP on here and I started doing face paintings and joined the ICP. Steven, appreciate you until later then. I love it. Blizzard. But shout out to Pam Bondi. I had no idea. I thought people were just saying that she's beautiful. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. But like, she's 60. Okay, she is hot. Okay. If you're 60 years old and you look that good, that's ridiculous. God. Look, we're all in this together, okay, guys? None of us have this kind of genes. We're not this lucky, okay? A lot of us will look really ugly by 60. And that's okay. We'll be beautiful on the inside and we'll make people laugh, and that's what matters more. Because the thing everyone knows about everyone, beautiful people aren't funny. Sorry. Is Chatham Tatum funny? No. Is Nikki Glaser funny? Not really. Ooh. Y'all don't say that. Y'all don't say that. Is Amy Schumer funny? She's beautiful. Okay. Your argument just fell on its face, didn't it? Yeah, it did. And I apologize. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Drop a like. If you don't mind sharing this on social media platforms, it helps me out, helps the algorithms out, especially for a small channel like this. It just means a lot to me when you share it on other social media platforms. And dropping a like helps me out as well, and putting a comment below. I know it's annoying to be asked that, and I know I'm not supposed to ask you that, but I love this community, and I love seeing your comments. Googled that yesterday, shocked. Yeah, I Googled her being old too. I Googled her being old because I didn't believe it. She's 60? No way. Yeah, she's 60. I mean, she's like 59, but she's about to turn 60, okay? It's insane. Hey, God bless to you, man. Yeah. Read your Bibles today, all right? All right, guys. I'll see you guys later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Got a fun show lined up already.